Hey guys, so this is just a quick video to let you know what my 2020 plans are for hiking. So besides all the day hikes that I'll normally be filming, I have planned 4 major hikes. So the 4 hikes that I plan to do in order of distance are the Gabrielino Trail, the Trans Catalina Trail, the Backbone Trail, and a section of the Pacific Coast Trail, specifically Section E, which is from Agua Dulce to Tehachapi Pass. So let's go over those 4 hikes that I'm planning and why I chose those 4 hikes for this year. So the first one on all trails is the Gabrielino Trail. So it is a 25-mile trail that starts in Altadena by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And for those of you, and there'll be links in the description, that have followed my Brown Mountain hikes, it starts on the Brown Mountain. I've done every loop that I've seen there. So now I'm just going to be continuing around from where my daughter and I did a 16.1 mile hike, which is the Gabrielino Loop Trail there. And just continuing on. And it ends in Chantry Flats, which is my second favorite place to hike as of late. That one's 25 miles. It'll be a 2-day trip, 1 night overnight. We'll camp in a campground called Valley Forge Camp. It's about 16 miles into the hike, and then you finish the hike down into Chantry Flats and get a ride back. This is a through hike, a point to point. So the second trail is the Trans Catalina. Now, on all trails, it is still following the old route. And they have changed the route, and it's only about 36 to 38 miles. So I will be doing that. And on all trails, it says that it is 40.2. That's a little longer than what it actually is. This will be a 3.5-day trip. The walk back from the last campsite back to Two Harbors is about 7 miles. So you do it in about half a day. What we'll be doing is I'll be parking at San Pedro, and I'll be taking the ferry across to Avalon. Day 1, I'll hike to, I think it's Blackjack Gulch. And then from there, I'll hike to either Little Harbor, Shark Harbor, and camp there. And then on my way to Parsons Landing, I'll stop off and get a key in Two Harbors, camp at Parsons Landing, and then hike the 7 miles back, which is kind of a road walk. I think it's the road that people drive from Two Harbors to Parsons Landing. So I'll be hiking that back. And while I'm on Catalina, I'll also be stopping at the airport in the Sky to get a buffalo burger because there are bison and buffalo on there. Same thing. The third trail that I'm doing is the Backbone Trail. It leaves out of Will Rogers Park in LA. It hikes through the Santa Monica Mountains and comes out at the Ray Miller Trailhead in Point Mugu. It's a 63-ish mile hike, normally done over about 5 days. It's got a ton of elevation gain and loss. You're coming up over the mountain, then come down into the next section. It was originally designed as a grouping of section hikes, but they have added a few backwoods campsites, and you can pull it off as a through hike. You do have to do a mile road walk down to Malibu State Creek and overnight camp there. You also have to get a reservation at Circle X. And then there's a few campgrounds on the end. As we get closer, I'll kind of go through what that's going to look like for me. And the last is the Pacific Crest Trail, Section E, which starts in Agua Dulce and ends in Tehachapi Pass. And I'm doing this one now, and probably it will be either the first or second trail that I hike in 2020 as a backpacking trip. But because they are going to be moving that route up into the crest because they've got the rights from Tejon Ranch to move the trail up there. So I want to get this section knocked out before they move it. My goal is to section hike the entire PCT. I don't have the time, and there's so much responsibilities when you get to this age that I have to do it in sections. That's why I would always say, if you are out of college and you're thinking about doing a long distance hike, do it. Because when you get to my age and you get a career, a house, a family, you start having these things called responsibilities that they get in your way. So live your dream now so that you don't have regrets like I have at my age. That's about it. So those are the 4 trails. They are right here: the Gabrielino Trail, the Trans Catalina Trail, the Backbone Trail, and Section E of the Pacific Crest Trail. So that is my 2020 plans. What are your 2020 plans? Leave me a comment down in the comments of what you're planning on doing significant in hiking. Or if you're just planning to do a bunch of day hikes, say, hey, I'm doing a bunch of day hikes. No shame in that. So lastly, got a few new subscribers, a few views, got a video almost reaching 1,000 views. So what I'm going to be doing is giving away an Apple gift card. So I'm going to peel this off right here. And then see if we can get that to focus. There we go. First person in gets it. It's a $10 iTunes gift card. Aha, won't focus back on me. So, as always, thanks for watching. I'm really humbled by the growth of the channel. Even though it's slow, the channel's never meant to grow fast. It is my reflections on my hikes. So, I'll catch you in the next one.